So I have a story here that's kind of a downer, and it's just kind of hits me a little bit different because man, me and my wife we have a 13-month-old. I mean, we got a 16-year-old as well, but we got a 13-month-old that was, he's the joy of our lives. Even his big brother loves him and stuff. And this news article kind of hits home a little bit, man, because my wife she has a nephew that's going through something. But let me just read the article real quick and just, this, I don't know, for some reason, this kind of stuff makes me kind of well up because, I would hate for something, like what I'm about to read to happen to anybody that's close to me, especially my wife and, any of my kids. But so it says here, boy age 15 is arrested over hit and run death of pregnant preschool teacher. She was 21 years old, who baby was delivered but later died too. That's just sad. So the lady's name is April Zoglauer. She was 21. She was 27 weeks pregnant when she was fatally struck by a stolen vehicle. The boy who was in the vehicle, who has not been identified, was driving a stolen car alongside a male passenger. They ran a red light. April was taken to the local hospital where she was pronounced dead on arrival. The doctors, they were able to deliver the baby, but, the baby died a day later. Once again, man, this is just a situation where America is failing us, in California is a broken state anyway, where once again, you got people who just walking in the Walgreens, pretty much taking shelves, products, tons of products off shelves, sticking them in their bag and then just walking right on out back to Skid Row. There's a lot of just issues in California, and this is probably one of them. It's no excuse for this 15-year-old. We don't know if this is, a gang initiation. We don't know, man, if he's just being just stupid and just reckless. Should be in school, should be, getting ready for like a prom, homecoming. There's football games, just so much other things to do that's more fun than still in the car and, getting your adrenaline and blood pumping. This lady was a preschool teacher, so I'm pretty sure every parent that has a child in this lady's class is probably horrified, mortified. They're probably clutching their kids tight, man. Because all people see is something like this happening to us as parents. I'm not sure how that preschool is going to recover from this. It just hits, too deep that she lost a child that was going to be in preschool. Oh man, in what, 3-4 years, him or herself. Oh man, this is just a bad situation. It's just, they was going to name the boy that was delivered, so it was going to be a boy that was delivered, Devontae Aaron Zoglauer. Premature baby died, man. The teenage driver who was not identified was arrested Saturday, 4 days after he fled the crash on the corner of Blossom Hill Road and Winfield Boulevard. There are two other criminals, because they are criminals, man. Anytime you take a life recklessly, it's just crazy. I don't have any remorse. These kids, pretty much they're going to spend the rest of their lives in jail. Especially the guy that was behind the wheel, man, they're going to spend the rest of their lives in jail. So I'm not sure. It just wrecked so many lives. I'm not sure if the driver of the car has parents, but it wrecks their lives and stuff like that. Man, I just couldn't imagine my son doing something like that, taking somebody's lives. And my wife, she has a nephew, which is my nephew-in-law. It's pretty much on the other side of this, meaning he, he didn't steal a car, but he had a car. He had a Charger or Challengers or one of them cars that he was driving. He was actually racing out recklessly. He was 18 years old. He was a senior in high school, and he went out one morning and he was supposed to be home during his school work and things of that nature. And he went out joyriding and racing his, other friends. And, I'm not sure how. It's just like 2 lane in where it's only like one side for one car going one way and the other side. And he wound up in the other lane and hit the driver head on and killed the driver. Such a devastating situation. The family of the killed driver, had just levied a ton of lawsuits, civil suits. And he also is staring at 15 years in the state penitentiary. It's not looking good for any kind of leniency. Like I said, I'm on both sides of it. And I do feel sorry for my wife's nephew, which is my nephew-in-law. At the same time, it was recklessly done. And I know it was just a mistake. He didn't mean to do it. But, this is a American society that has failed our kids, allows things that shouldn't be done. Any kid, I don't care if you're below the age of 25, shouldn't be driving, these Challengers and Chargers. You're talking about inexperienced, immature, irresponsible people. And that's why, it's just a real crazy story. This is a crazy story, but it kind of hit home because, we have family that's on the other side that, is going to get sent up. And I'm pretty sure the judge and the jury is not going to have remorse, just like as I read this story. And I don't have any remorse for these young men that are going to do, years and years in jail.